It seems like wherever I go, there's just something that just makes so much noise on this campus. What's good, guys? It's your boy TJ, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've done like a sit down, talk to you guys video. It's actually been a long while. But all in all, that's not really what today's video is. I've been getting a lot of questions in my messages and DMs about what life is like here in Shanghai, what to expect, and what are the differences from where I live to compare to a place like this. So I thought about it, and I was thinking that maybe it's not really such a good idea to tell you guys strictly from my point of view, since everyone here has different perspectives and a different experience. Yeah, so an actual cool thing was last semester for one of my classes, we had a project where we had to go around the city, and we asked a bunch of foreigners, expats, and local people from both Shanghai and from other cities in China what life was like here in Shanghai. What do they see from the cities? What are they doing here? Just basically, why did they choose Shanghai to live in? What are the advantages of living here? Why move your whole life here compared to another city in China or even in the world? Yeah, it was a pretty interesting topic, and the interview actually went quite well. It was for a class, so I did not intend to show it to you guys at first. It was only supposed to be for, you know, just the eyes of my peers. But after I watched it a few times in the past couple of weeks, I was like, this is actually a pretty cool idea and a pretty cool video to show you guys, and it's pretty insightful. The people in this video did a very good job with showing their personality, and their answers are pretty diverse and pretty interesting as well. So I'm pretty sure you guys will appreciate that aspect of it. Also, shout out to my boys Salah and Thomas for helping me shoot the video. Thomas being the voice that asks the questions, and Salah just being there for the support. So without any further ado, let's get into the video.
你好，欢迎来上海。Welcome to Shanghai.
Ciao a tutti gli amici dall'Italia e da tutto il mondo.
你好，欢迎来到上海。
Hallo allemaal, welkom in het prachtige Shanghai hier.
大家好，欢迎来上海。
Alright guys, welcome to Shanghai. I'm ready for the questions.
What led you to Shanghai?
I came to Shanghai because I lost my job. Like many guys, Shanghai for me is a second chance. So I got made redundant twice by the same company, and I thought it was about time I looked for something else. Started looking around the world. I found a good job offer in Shanghai, so that's what brought me here.
I work in the bar, and now I just quit my job, and I try to open my bar.
Well, first of all, I did my internship in Argentina this summer, and that's already aroused my enthusiasm for going abroad to other cities. And I really wanted to explore Shanghai, or China at least, because China is a country from which we know a little, but much is happening there, so I wanted to experience it for myself.
So I wanted to have a new experience while finishing my master, so I applied for an exchange program that led me here.
Over here. Since you've been living in Shanghai, what are the best things and what are the parts that you dislike?
Best thing is it's easy for shopping. There are so many shops on the streets, right?
Yeah, and the traffic is very convenient.
Yeah, and we can find different kind of delicious food. Like we can have hamburgers, we can have Italian food, and we can have Chinese food. There are lots of restaurants everywhere.
Was completely shocked by the culture, what's happening here. Everything I had to do was with my hands and feet. However, when you get to know the city is really lovely, beautiful. The weather is nice, the people are nice. In that respect, you really grow on the people that are here.
The happy moment is like my family's always here.
Well, the positive is the work, I would say. I think the guys who make decisions in Shanghai, at least, are all about 35-40, whereas in the UK it's more like 55-60. So younger people means more opportunities, and more opportunities mean you can advance your career a lot faster than you would elsewhere.
Well, like get used to the people around you is not easy because of course it's not that Chinese people are very open. So you always feel like you're with yourself and like maybe other internationals. You can hang out with them, but you're never inside the Chinese community. This is like the main thing, and a small thing maybe the food, like too spicy here.
But the downsides, that also means you've got to work hard and you've got to occasionally work long hours, and no matter how you try, I think given the cultural diaspora of China, you're always going to be a foreigner, and it's never really a permanent sort of situation. So.
There are quite some things which I can't get used to. I really love my own private space, so going into the subway every day, crowded with all kinds of people, is something a little to adjust to. And there are some Chinese people who really snort and gurgle all the day on the street, and that's something still which keeps my attention, and when they do it I always turn my head instead of just thinking, okay, this is what happens here.
Is there something different in other cities that Shanghai doesn't have?
I don't know, sometimes I feel it a bit cold as a city, like I still don't know where's the heart of this city.
I think there's definitely a cultural difference between the East and the West for sure when it comes to work, when it comes to elements of culture. I think for me, it's not as extreme as some people say it is, but it's definitely there. There's definitely a difference.
I think about New York that their creative industry is more developed than in Shanghai. Because if you're an artist living in New York, you don't have to worry about other people's opinion about you when you're walking the street and to talk with random people. But in Shanghai, like some people might give you a weird look, you know.
Shanghai, the people are a little more arrogant and a little less helpful. On the countryside, they always want to help you.
The biggest difference would be the ability for people to take initiative or moments of stepping forward, whereas in the West, at least, it's often much more collaborative, and it's reasonable to express opinions altering from your bosses and whatnot, or it's more of a conversation or a collaborative thing, where in China it's much more of a top-down system, it's much more hierarchical, and it's definitely not expected to ever question or contradict your elders. Which
maybe cheaper in other city in China, like maybe a bread, it's for example, $2 in Shanghai, but only $1 in other cities.
What's your favorite spot in Shanghai?
I like everything about Shanghai.
I love getting lost in the little lanes. There is a number of little lanes that I feel like I just know about, little shortcuts, moments where you step away from the unbelievably westernized line of Gucci stores and you can find yourself down a side street within 5 minutes with a guy hanging his pants outside on a washing line.
I like this area, you know, Wukan Road, Anfu Road. Sometimes afternoon I walk my dog, go to find the coffee shop, and it's very relaxed.
She likes to go club, and I like to go to library and bookstore.
I really like to walk through the French concession, but also go to the different parks there are.
To me, everything is the same because I always grow up on the Bund area. So for me, that is really comfortable to live with.
One sentence, can you describe Shanghai?
Yeah, I would say everything is possible in Shanghai, but everything is hard to do.
You will not feel away from home because there are so many Italians as well here. So actually you will have to try to escape from them and meet new people. That's going to make your experience here worthy.
I would say Shanghai is like the hottest girl you've ever had a date with. And she is very, very hard to actually break into and hasn't got a lot to say, but man, it's good to be there for a while. So it's like a mistress or a girl that you would never want to have a long-term relationship because she's way too scary, but it's a good time. It's a good time.